So
It's a blessed evening. Welcome. It's Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, Rhulani Baloyi. We are excited this evening to have you as this evening our show is a special edition. We are taking time as the Prudent Women team to appreciate you, our viewers, to appreciate our professionals, those who came forth and teach us different things. Today, we are 6 months since the show started, and we do not want to take it for granted. We said we need to have a show that is dedicated as we put a mark on this landmark and appreciate the grace of God upon our lives and appreciate our professionals as they taught us many things. I would like to believe even yourselves as our viewers, our listeners, those who are on Facebook, those who are on YouTube, those who are listening to us on Bold Moves Radio, that you are never the same. Indeed, our professionals have taken us from one level to another. Even myself, as the Prudent Woman host, I'm a different person. Having the opportunity to look at the different topics that some of you brings forth and say these can be topics that we can look at. Some of the topics comes with our resident professionals, but as a host, of course, I need to go out and research on those and be able to come back and sit with our guests. So it has given me much more information than I was, so I'm a better person. I would like to believe in the past 6 months for myself, I'm a better person. I am becoming prudent. Indeed, as the word says, I'm becoming that person who has got information, and I'm able to take informed decisions, and I'm cautious on the decisions that I'm making. And I would like to believe I'm impacting on my family, impacting on my workplace, relationships, those who I relate with, either in the church, everywhere I am. So today, it is a session where we are saying, let us reflect back and appreciate that which the Lord has helped us to achieve up until now. So today, our talk is just for us to celebrate. We have got different people who came forth and say, we would like to reflect with you what the show has been all about. We have got viewers, we've got our resident professionals, and of course, we've got our producers. It is nice for me. This is a great one. Our professionals, our Pastor Joylene, she's more than being a producer of the show. She's the mentor. Pastor Joylene, through her works, is the one person who has actually propelled the birth of Prudent Woman. After I have been seeing her working, doing a number of things in society, and I was able to realize what the Lord has laid in me on how I can come in and partner with her to make sure that we make an input in society. So the show today, it's all about that. I would like to invite you, even as we've been communicating through our Facebook pages, to say tonight, let us reflect. So even yourselves who are watching us, who are not here with us, I would like to invite you, please send us those testimonies. We would like to find out, how has the show impacted your lives? How have you become a prudent woman? If you are free, you can even share with us those personal issues that you have been able to use the information, the lessons that were shared here, the stories, the testimonies that were shared here, because I believe it's these testimonies that helps us not to repeat mistakes that other people have done, but to step on where they have stepped and do much better. Before I engage our guests tonight, I would just like to just give you a highlight. In this show, we have had professionals who came, we had social workers who came in and take us through how to build good relationships with our families. We've had fashion designers, beauty consultants who came and talked to us about beauty issues as women, because a prudent woman is a woman who is confident, and you can only be confident when you go out there and you are sure of your representation. And we have of course our resident dietitian. This one, she has taught us a lot of things pertaining to diet and exercise and how to stay healthy. And we have had a number of sessions on health issues, on mental health, on physical health, on cancer issues. We've also had the legal desk taking us through different marital regimes and how to draft wills. And of course, we've had real talks like we're doing today with the Prudent Woman. So for this show, we want it to be interactive. I would like to invite you, please drop in your comments on our comment section and let us talk, ladies, as we celebrate 6 months. It is not given that a show can stay for 6 months, but for me, I celebrate the grace of God. That's what I have seen coming through. Tonight, I would like us now to engage those of our viewers who came forth and said they would like to share. Some of them, they are here with us on the studio, but some of them are joining us through our streaming devices. I would like to invite Sestukupo. It's quite a huge team that came forth. So tonight we're taking a different format. I always introduce all our guests at the same time. But for tonight, because I could not carry all of them at the same time, I would like to take each one of them at a step as we continue the show. So I would like to invite Sestukupo Mavikani. She's one of our guests who has been following us, and she came forth and said she would like to share with us what she has learned. Says Dukupo, you are welcome. Can you greet our viewers?
Everyone, evening to my fellow viewers as well, to the host and our professionals as well. It is a great to be able to reflect and give on what the show has impacted on in my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Duguba, and we appreciate those of you who continue and follow us like what she has been doing. Says Dugubo, maybe just to highlight, talk to us about an episode that you enjoyed and how it has impacted you on being a prudent woman.
Okay. So I think most of all the episode dealt, talked to myself as an individual. The customary marriage episode. Oftentimes, women are driven by love and emotions when it comes to where marriage is concerned. So started to talk to the technicalities of marital regime in itself that was being discussed, and basically another that really came across to myself was the fact that customary tradition often exclude women and we find ourselves left out decision making customs of the marriage itself, excluded from important conversations, and this also then results in informed decisions as a key role player within the marriage, because oftentimes it's not only it's not only myself in the marriage. I am two people involved. So this dissemination of information around that really help to know more of the legal aspect and the technicalities that oftentimes discuss, when the so basically in also just in shaping the prudent woman that one seeks to be. My understanding of a prudent woman is a woman who takes pride in one's advocate, basically. So this is a great quality that shines and it distinguishes us from men who most of the time men are with that element that we have advocate, that we not only drive the purpose in driving whatever purpose that we embark on. So yeah, view.
Thank you so much, Sister Cooper. And I would like to believe the show also helped you as you go. I would like to believe you are in a journey to get married. So you'll be able to make the right decision. And would like to appreciate our legal desks, which has come forth and teach us all these things. To our viewers, I would like to remind you, we said this is our special edition, and we've got great giveaways to give to you. We have got massage vouchers, and everyone who is watching us, unfortunately it will be those who are on Facebook and those who are on YouTube. You'll have to say something on the show. You should not just say good evening prudent woman, but you must say something. Each one of you will get a 10% discount with Living Leaves Day Spa. It's a spa that is in Bendo, and when you want to go visit them, as long as you have been on the show, you will go there and your code will be prudent woman. They will give you your 10% discount. And for those two lucky viewers, you will walk away with a voucher for 60 minutes, full body massage. That is courtesy of Matlimela Investments. They have sponsored us this evening. And another giveaway, it's a Nutri Boost combo from Masana Dietitians. But that will not just come on a silver platter. We're going to be asking you questions as we continue. And as Spikupo said, her favorite show was Customary Marriages. And now, like, I think the first question on customary marriages, it's on marriages as a whole. Maybe drop your answers on our platforms. Our producers will be going through them and be able to pick up a winner there. What is the right marital regime that one has to take? Is there a right marital regime? So if you believe there's a right marital regime, you will indicate that this is the right one. Or if you believe there's no right marital regime, you'll put it down. And that will be based on the lessons that we were taught, because we have been taught on the different marital regimes. And that's why I reflected back on all the topics that we went through. So thank you so much, Sis Dukupo. And we trust that the information that you got will help you, but of course you will still go out and get more information in order to make that final decision on your marital regime that you want to take forth. And our second guest this evening, I have with us Mrs. Shikwambani Sesi Reliance. She's one of our viewers. She's always here. Sesi Reliance, can you greet our viewers this evening? Mrs. Shikwamban, can you hear us? Okay.
Hello?
Yes. Thank you, Sesi Reliance. You are welcome. Can you greet our viewers?
You are not audible?
Yes, you are audible now. greet our viewers, Cecil Lyons.
I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Good evening, viewers, and even fellow panelists. The greater Jesus. My name is Shambana, and I just share with you a little bit about the woman. Prudent woman, I tell Lord about this woman. She has heart of gold. She is a God-fearing woman. She's humble, caring, and then giving without expecting anything with her. Just not just choose any friends. She chooses her friends very carefully and wisely. She's a woman of integrity. She also displays calmness in the midst of challenges or obstacles, most especially if you are being challenged. You are going through a lot. This woman, she's so strong. That's why I say I can say a lot about this woman. Topic that I love most, even though there are many, allow me to single out only one. I think you are focused a will. Can you hear me, Cecilian?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead and tell us your...
Okay, thanks so much. The topic that I love most, the will was broadcasted last week. This thought hit me hard, Mama Rhulani, most especially when Facebook was elaborating on this matter. I do have the will. And then I also the savings, like I would say the insurance. Still, I included my daughter from MISA. I never included my son. It was something that hit me hard, most especially to come to my attention that it's time for me to revisit my financial advisor, just to go and review and also to add the beneficiary, because really if something maybe we have happened before, I don't think my son will forgive me, because since I choose only Solisa as a beneficiary, only Solisa and the baby. I never in my mind just to go back to say no. Now there is Rutini. She needs to be included in the will. She needs to be included to my lovers. So that one really it hit me hard, Rhulani. Hence, I'm saying this one. I'm not saying others are not important. They are very much important,
Yes.
especially the eating and then customary and so on. They are very much important. So, Mara, this one, it was an eye-opener for me, just to go back and revisit my financial advisor, just to make my things in order. So,
Yes,
hence,
yeah.
I became a prudent woman.
And that's what the show is all about, to bring in awareness for all of us to be able to rise up and go and attend those issues that we have left out, which we somehow were forgetting, which are very important, and so that we can be able to take informed decisions. Thank you so much, Cecil Lyons. And you are bringing us to the next question. I've said we've got giveaways today. We've got about 3 vouchers to be won. 2 for a full body massage from Matimela Investment, 1 from a NutriBoost combo from Masana Dietitian. And that you will only get it if you answer our questions. And as well, 10% discount for all our viewers tonight from Living Lives Day Spa. So you put down a comment on our platforms, But it should not be just good evening, Prudent Woman. You must be testifying. What did the show do for you? Because today we are celebrating 6 months since we started with Prudent Woman, and would like to reflect back and see how it has impacted our lives. And Cecil Reliance was talking on wheels. We dealt with wheels just last week when we were talking to Mrs. Mdluli. She said something around wheels. What did she say about updating wheels? So drop down your answers. What is it that she said about updating wheels? And I'm grateful Cecil Reliance is talking on that as well, that she had to rise up and go and update her wheel, because those are things that you live out. You don't realize that as things changes in your life, you have to go and update all your things. Thank you so much, Cecil Reliance. And now I would want us to go to Mama Joyce Mtuli. Can you hear me? Mama Joyce Mtuli. Hello, Mama Joyce. Can you hear me? Okay. I think we're having challenges with Mama Joyce Mutuli. Okay, Mama Joyce, can you hear me? We will come back to Mama Joyce Mutuli to hear her testimony on how Prudent Woman has impacted her life. I would like now to go to our granny, Gogwan Constance. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, you are welcome to Prudent Woman, and we appreciate the elderly women when they join us, because those are the ones with wealth of information, and we appreciate your consistency in attending and your comments that you always share with us. This evening, as we celebrate 6 months, of course, you have added in terms of the knowledge that we've been sharing in Prudent Woman. We would like to hear from you. What is the best show that you feel had an impact on you, and what will you like to advise us, most especially the younger ones, because with you have ran your race and now you are just enjoying the fruits of your labor.
Ri perile hinkwenu. Leswi nga vula ku ni dyondzise ngopfu ka Prudent Woman. Loko se swi gezi ri famba ni nga yi voni, mbilu ya mina yi vava ngopfu. Hi ku na swi twa ku ni ta va ni nga kumangi nchumu. Se ku na leswi ni nga dyondza swoho ngopfungopfu ka madyelo. A ni ri a ho ti hanyela, loko i dya leswi dyaka swoho i nga ri na mhaka, i kha i nga gym. Se sweswi na swi tiva ku loko i dya swo karhi i fanele i xi dyisa lexi. Loko i pfuka nimpundzu i fanele i endla leswi i ta kota ku miri wa wena wu va kahle. Kasi leswiya a hi nga ri na mhaka, o va sweswo ti hanyela ku hayi ni le ku hanyeni ka swa kahle kasi a hi swa kahle. Ni tlhela ni timhaka ta wili yi ni dyondzise ngopfu. Lero hamba va lo tlha va repeat-a ni ta va ni nga karhalangi. Loko a ni ri loko hi kula hi tiva ku vana va vafana hi voho va ya va teka miti. Na koho a wu zi tsala nchumu. Loko u nga ri na vana vo tala wo ti byela ku sweswi me ni na vana vambirhi ni ku va to vulavurisana, va twanana ku swi endlisa ku yini. Se ni dyondzile ku a swi endlisiwi swona, wa tsala i va byela leswi we i lavaka swona.
Yes.
Se ni nga ni mahlweni laha ta dyondzeka hi ya mahlweni.
Thank you so much. Maybe for those who could not understand Shangan, what she was basically saying was she appreciates the sessions that we've had on the wheels and even on diet as an elderly person. And we appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Mama Joyce Mutulu, can you hear me now? Mama Joyce Mutulu? I think we are failing with her, but we continue to get the different stories that our viewers and our professionals have been taking us through, and just to reflect, how it has impacted us. And this way, when you give feedback on what the different sessions have done for you, it encourages our professionals to say they are making a mark. But tonight, we also have amongst us our resident professional, Sesimanda Mabunda. She's the owner of Masana Dietitian. Would like to appreciate you, sisters, and thank you for the combo. And I know whoever will win that combo will never remain the same when we talk the health issues and diet. Thank you, Sesmanda. You are welcome.
Thank you so much for having me yet again, Cecile. It always feels nice to be back on Prudent Woman. And I must say the past 6 months were quite interesting. I've never had so many interviews about what I do like I've had. And I'm hoping that at least I've spoken and I've touched at least one person who has gone out and made the necessary changes to their diet. And all that I was trying to show to people is that we should not be so boggled down about what needs to happen. Let's go back to the basics. The only thing to understand is that we need the 4 food groups. I've spoken at length about that, plus water. Once you have that covered, hakuna diet that you need to go into that will defeat that, because your body needs all the nutrients for it to function. Now, big company, anyone who's trying to make you lose weight or anything related to that, obviously they will say my protein is like that, you need to remove that, your blood type, that, your what. We are all just trying to be healthy. And what I hope I will also put the point through to our people is that weight, the size of your body, is not a measure of health in a person. We measure health by the frequency with which someone gets sick or not. And that happens even whether you are thin or you are thick or in between or whatnot, because weight really, Mangofu, is being determined by your DNA more than anything else. So I'm hoping that people are liking themselves more, especially prudent women, because prudent women, one of the definition is that you care. So if you care, I'm hoping that you care enough to recognize your diet can make you or break you.
Says, and we appreciate so much the lessons that you've been sharing, and I know it is in you to share about what you are doing, and we will continue. We'll continue and have these sessions. And
Yeah.
I would like to promise even the prudent women that she's still here. She's a resident dietitian. She will still be here. But what we need from you in this show tonight, as we reflect back, prudent women, please drop down your the things that you wish for us to talk about. We would like to hear from you. If you believe there are topics that you would like us to touch, and also if you are a professional in an area where you feel you want to make an impact in other people's lives, you are welcome. Drop that question either on the comment section, or you can send it on WhatsApp 081 358 8745. Sesimanda, just in a nutshell, I know when you give, you receive something. Maybe can you tell us as a professional, how has the show impacted you as a professional when you were giving to us as women? How has it impacted your professional life and as well your individual life?
I've never had so many questions or requests for assistance and dietary interventions as I've had before from Libombo, for example. I think what people were appreciating is the fact that here's a person who understands my language, who understands my diet, who understands my culture, who can advise me regarding my nutritional needs. So I've had a lot of not only requests, but even business has grown. We have had more distributors coming because people now understood that here's a product that I know about and that I'm confident in, and they have seen it working with other people that have been using it, and so it has benefited Masana dietitians a lot in terms of business, in terms of the influence on the impact that we have been trying to make. Personally, it has also made me to grow, to understand that there is a need out there. And as a result, we've actually even made more strides towards working Alibompo. Like, we are organizing a show where we'll come and have even one-on-one sessions. So we are still waiting for that to materialize, because there's a lot of interest of people saying, we want you to become our dietitians because you seem to understand our issues better. So I'm still waiting for us to organize that and come through and see if we can grow together with our people and improve, the health and nutrition of our people, really. So it has really had a very positive impact business-wise and to me personally.
And thank you so much. We realize that we are achieving our objective as Prudent Women show. And I'm seeing on Facebook, our viewers are even quoting statistics in terms of how many shows have we had on dietitians. They are telling us they know even the dates when certain shows were aired. And that is encouraging, to know that people are following and they are learning, because the show is about all of us learning. Even myself as the host of the show, even the producers of the show, they are learning. And tonight I have the co-producer, Nyeleti Baloyi. I would like her to also share with us from the producer's desk what is it that they have been learning and how the show has impacted them as she prepares for the show. With this one, she's also a student, but she sets time aside. And I would like to believe there's something that she has received through her sacrifices. Nyeleti Baloyi, you are welcome.
Good evening, Prudent women. So nice to finally see you in person. Months.
Yes. No more behind the desk.
No more behind the desk. I'm sure you all saw me in the comments. Many prizes up for grabs during this episode. But in the spirit of the episode, to stick to the script, favorite episode. It's hard when you produce everything, hey? I enjoyed the series that we just did on matrimonial property systems. I think it's something to have knowledge on, and it's unfortunate, especially when knowledge is so out there, and it's so important for prudent women to be able to know what they're doing, to know the circumstance, so that they're not taken by surprise. I remember in one of your episodes, I think in the first launch episode, you discussed how a prudent woman is able to foresee the future ahead. She's not taken by surprise. And I think in all of the episodes, that is in our matrimonial property discussions, in our will discussions, is that it is important for one themselves, but also for their families, and so that you don't leave your families in a distraught. The impact of prudent women, and I think I have grown so much as a person, also being able to in whatever area, to the benefiting of other people. I think it's amazing. Comment section have mentioned how they have been able to convince their husbands, their family, crafting a will. That is such an important practical example of what it means to your skills. And I think it's also something that I talk about a lot in interviews, being a student myself to employers, and that is one thing they take seriously. You're extra, knowing that it's such a practical thing, I share my experience with others is an amazing thing for them. So I love to encourage anybody who's listening to this. I mean, I'm a co-producer. Half the time, I don't know what a topic, and you need to do research. You need to watch YouTube videos to figure out the topic that is so fulfilling to make a difference in another person's life and to have something to improve your job. And so if you're out there, you've got a special skill, there's anything you'd love to contribute, it's actually the place to be. Prudent Women is a community of beautiful, humble, and I'd love to see where this thing goes. It's been 6 months, it's been great. Of course, you're coming for sure.
We appreciate you so much, our co-producer. And what has been very interesting in the show to have Nyeleti being part of the producers team was that she brings in that element that myself as a host and the other producers will not have because of the age difference. And it reminds me, in June, we had a session where we titled the session Navigating Through Intergenerational Relationships. I will request you to just put down on the comment section what was your takeaway message from that show as you qualify to get the 10% discount from Living Leaves Day Spa and also the vouchers, 60 minutes full body massage from Matimela Investment and a Nutri Boost combo from Masana Dietitian. Please keep those coming. And these comments you are making and the testimonies will encourage us and will also help us to come up with other sessions and other topics that we may use as the team to empower each other. Reflecting on 6 months will not be complete if we do not talk to this special guest that we have. This one we have here on the studio. Oh, yeah, the producer is alerting me that Mama Joyce is back. Can you hear me, Mama Joyce, now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you. Can you?
I can hear you. It's fine.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mama Joyce.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please,
you can hear me.
Yes, you are welcome to the show. Please take us through the episode that you enjoyed so much and how has it impacted you?
The customary regime. I used to think maybe if people can just stay together, there's no problem. But after being given all the information by our legal practitioners, so I found it like so, and which I have seen that most of the people we ignore them. Some of us we do them without even knowledge that they are the requirements thereof. And one other thing is the empowerment by Sister Khan. When she was indicating about the venturing on, whether you failed or not. Talking from personally, I have failed, and sometimes I become so very discouraged. But getting information that.
Mama Joyce, can you switch off the gadget next to you? Maybe you have Facebook. It's giving feedback. Just switch off the Facebook, and remain with the link.
Okay, wait.
Are you able to, as she continues to switch off, I would like to welcome one of the special guests who have joined us. We met during the conference over the weekend. Sesbongi from Mafikeng, originally from Limpopo. You are welcome and thank you for joining us. Mama Joyce, can you hear me now? Mama Joyce?
Joyce? Hello?
No, it's fine. I think we're struggling with Mama Joyce, but I would like to read one of the comments here from Mama Glory. She's saying the show on, I think the Will's part probably is the age group in this team of Prudent Women. She's saying it helped her to convince her hubby to do a will after not winning for a very long time. And I would like to believe it's because you were taught on the benefits. At times, it's not other people, our loved ones are refusing to do certain things, but even yourself, when you do not have concrete information about something, you are not able to talk to it in a way that you are able to convince them. And we appreciate it so much from our legal team that they were able to teach us to be able to go back and empower even our very own families. I think the will topic was very famous. I'm not sure, maybe it's because we had it last week and it's in everyone's mind. But I love the fact that some of you are going back to the previous ones. You remember during Women's Month, we had a show where we appreciated, we celebrated a certain group of women. Can you please drop it, your answers on the chat group? Which group did we celebrate as we were celebrating Women's Month? We had selected a certain group of women and said, these deserve to be celebrated because they play a very huge role in our families. So if you can answer that question as you win them, the vouchers. I would like to move now to our special guest, as I've indicated. She's our resident pastor in Prudent Woman. As a host, I am a host, but I'm under authority. And this woman is the person who inspired me to be able to start with this show. That is Pastor Joylene. Her works and her availability to mentor us, her willingness to open her arms and embrace us, to mentor us. You know, this show cannot come without her guidance. On a weekly basis, Pastor Joylene, she's the one, she reads pages and pages that I send to her. And sometimes I even feel ashamed understanding the amount of work that she has. But I appreciate to have a mother like herself because she's helping not only myself to be able to find that which God has called me to do, but all of us, we are beneficiaries. All the testimonies that you were talking about today will not have come through if it was not for this woman. Pastor Joylene, would like to thank you for coming through to the show this evening. And I know you are tired, but you sacrificed even as we celebrate our 6 months journey. You are welcome. May you greet our audience.
Thank you so much, Sister Rhulani, for having me on the show today as a Prudent Woman. And I want to greet also our viewers and our listeners from all social media platforms and the family, the Prudent Women family at large.
Thank you, Mama. And you know, as the person who has propelled the birth of this show, not to say you came and instructed me to, but I looked at you, followed your footsteps, and I was able to hear the voice of God telling me about this show. And when I came to you, you said, yes, you can do it because through Christ we can do all things. But you didn't just say go and do it through Christ, but you held my hand and you continue to hold my hand. And I find your impact and your presence in the show very useful because a number of times there are lots of blind spots that I do not pick up. But I know when I bring the concept to you, when I bring the show before it comes forth to you, you are able to see all those blind spots. I would like to say, what would you like to say today as we celebrate the 6 months? And as my prophet, what will you like to see going forth?
Wow, thank you so much. And happy 6 months to the Prudent Woman show. And to you, let me just celebrate you today because we will not have the Prudent Woman show if it was not of your courage and your boldness. Time flies.
Yes.
When you said we're celebrating 6 months this Sunday, I look back and I reflect on the beginning of the show. But what I love most, it's your courage. When you said, Mama, there's something burning in me, and I'm not sure if I'm taking the right direction. The words that I said as I responded, I said, the assignment of God is always greater and bigger than we can think. And sometimes we can be tempted to think, no, I'm napapa, let's say it's Changan. I don't think I'll be able to sustain this. But I love your obedience, because when you submitted the idea, when I spoke with you, you were so courageous enough to give birth to this show. And today we celebrate Prudent Women, and we say congratulations for the 6 months. Anything, when it is born, it starts so small, but it is the resilience, the courage, the prayer, and the faith, and the contribution of the collective that grows the show. Specifically, when I speak on about Prudent Woman, allow me to say its contribution to Bold Moves Radio has grown Bold Moves. I want to believe, if we have taken statistics, we will realize that the viewership on a Sunday basis, between 6 to 7, I think it has grown. So something which we never thought it will come in handy to grow this bigger picture, which is the Bold Moves Radio. It has contributed immensely, and we want to say thank you so much. I will not be doing justice if I'm not celebrating all the viewers. I want to believe today you have touched so many topics, different issues that relates to women and our families. And we regard this show as very educational and inspiring. I want to believe we have got many prudent women out there who knows what to do, at which time, and for what reasons. We're no longer going like, people who don't know, or living like people who don't know. So I want to say thank you so much. To me, it's a great joy to celebrate what you have done, the courage and the boldness, and the family that has grown through your sacrifices and your determination.
Thank you so much, Mama. It will not have been possible without your guidance. I don't think we will have made it thus far. But together with the team, we are looking forward to the next 6 months that is coming. And we trust that with your guidance, with your mentorship, we shall achieve much more than what we have achieved thus far. And of course, together with our viewers, we will achieve much more than what we have achieved. And today we're still opening up our viewers, those who are professionals, and you feel you have a call, you've got a burning desire to teach the nation on something. When we teach the nation, it does not only impact that person whom we are teaching, but it also impacts ourselves. But as well, we do not live in an island. I believe when your neighbor it's well off, it also impacts on you, because we create a much more better place for us to live. And that's how we can grow our country, when we take informed decisions. And as women, because, family, of course, men play a very big role, but it's mainly women who are in their families who have to be doing this and that. That's why in this show, we time and again refer to the Proverbs 31 woman, because when you read that text, Pastor Jolene, it talks more of a woman. And for a very long time, we have read it wrongly. And we appreciated you so much when you taught us to say, go back and look at that Proverbs 31 so that you can understand your position as a woman. And it helps us as women in Prudent Women because we are able to see how we are supposed to play our role, and we take informed decisions, and we are very careful as we take decisions because now we understand what is our role as women. So, Pastor Joylene, before I let you go, I would like to hear from you. What is your desire to see in the next 6 months going forward in this show?
Thank you so much, Sister Rhulani. Maybe before I respond to that, let me also appreciate the technical team. I know we had quite a number of sessions which, maybe where we had some glitches, and I want to appreciate them.
Yes.
And especially Pastor Strike as the head technical person in the Bold Moves family. We want to appreciate them, brothers, Musa. We want to appreciate all of them. And coming back to respond to what you said or asked, with the 6 months that already God has given to us, I'm very optimistic, and I see a bright future for the Prudent Woman show. I see it growing beyond Mana Tabernacle family, as from the beginning we emphasize that it is not for Mana family,
Yes.
but it is for all women out there. We will have achieved our purpose if we touch and reach out to the women and the young girls out there. Today we cannot finish a talk without touching on GBV.
Yes.
And that is why also in the 6 months to come, I will be happy if I see Prudent Women standing also giving hope to the victims of gender-based violence, and also reviving their purpose for life. Many people or many women, they come to a point where they count themselves out, because of experiences that they went through, situations that confronted them. But I am so happy, even in this past 6 months, that so much light has been cast on issues of marriages, issues of divorce, and just informative and educative topics like health, beauty, and nutrition, and you can say a lot. So that is what I'm saying. There's no limit. I wish Prudent Woman can realize that it is a platform to reach to all the women. This station, it reaches beyond Limpopo.
Yes.
And you just alluded to that now, that my Ntukulu Bongi, she's in Northwest in Mafikeng, and already she's so excited.
Yes.
She was saying, I cannot wait to come back to Limpopo and be part of the Bold Moves Radio joins us in Rhulani. I said, no, we can run a show from Mafikeng. So you see, this is what I say to you, to say, let's make sure that we spread ourselves and touch all women beyond the borders of South Africa. And may Prudent Woman grow beyond boundaries and beyond limits, and equip, impact, and change lives, because even from the Abigail side, we believe that together we can change lives.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mama. We appreciate you. Words can never explain how much we appreciate you. And I would like to believe our viewers feel the same. I see a lot of comments here. Pastor Lily saying she appreciates you. You are such a blessing in our lives. I see a whole lot of people are talking about you. But of course, I can count the number of Sundays where I was with somebody else in the studio without Pastor Strike. It will not even be 3 times. That's how much Pastor Strike gives back to society. He's got so much desire to see people getting knowledge that even on a Sunday, he will just take a power nap, not even going to rest. I'll find him sitting on a couch waiting for us to come to Prudent Woman. And we so much appreciate you, Pastor Strike. The show will not be what it is without your intervention, without your technical skills. And Bob Brothers, you know, the few times that I'm saying Pastor Strike was not there will be when he has no choice. Pastor Strike will drive 400 kilometers on a Sunday after preaching just to find himself in Polokwane to have the show here. So we appreciate it. Bob Brothers will come in, you know, he's always on call to help us if we have challenges. And But Musa, you know, he will come here, and when he comes, I have a Gen Z in him. It does not take us long. When he comes, he connects very fast. Then he will just sit and watch me. But what I like, even when we're talking on issues of women, Musa will be monitoring the comments. And he knows when there's a comment, he will show me there's a comment, we need to talk on it. So that shows he's not coming in just to stand in for Papa, but he's got that desire to see the work of God continuing, to see people's lives changing. And we appreciate them so much, our technical team, as we celebrate 6 months. Tonight, you know, I am so grateful. When I look back, I said, this is just the grace of God. When I went to approach my spiritual parents, Pastor Joylene, she may not want to say it. I even said, maybe we should have the show once a week, a month. And she was like, oh, once a month. What type of a show will be that? Because, you know, it never feels like there's content for you to come and talk about. Know where it is, will direct you, but your code to get your 10% discount is Prudent Woman. When you go there, you tell them Prudent Woman. That's how much we love you, and even other organizations love you, because they said, you know, this is a noble cause to have a show talking to women, and we understand that women get tired and they want to have time to be treated. So for any treatment, it's not just for massage, any treatment, when you go there, you'll get your 10% discount. And we would like to say thank you to Matimela Investment for the 2 vouchers that you have given us, the 60 minutes body massage that you have given us. Masana Dietitian, you know, I would like to us to close with this one. One person can win.
Before you close, Sister
Yes.
Rhulani, maybe before you close, let me just share this as my parting words. But I feel, though it's not a good experience or something that happened, but I feel so much joy that through your show, though I will not tell because it's one of the show that you are asking a question, but in that show, as you took it further from the program we've been doing at church, as you celebrated that group of women, I heard one of my women or nannies who was here. It's a sad story to tell you now that she's late. She was late to rest just last weekend. But I feel so much joy that we gave her flowers while she was still alive. Many of you prudent women, you remember Mandoris, and she was in this show. I looked at the idea that you brought to say, I want to do a show like this. And through that, we were able to bring her also to be part of that, to say, you see, we have done something in her lifetime. We did not know by this time, before the end of 2022, she will be no more. But I felt so comforted when I received the news to say some of the things we do them without knowing why we are doing that. And the family were so appreciative. And I want to say thank you so much, because some ideas that you bring, you don't know why you're bringing them, but they are touching, or they will leave a mark in somebody's life that they will cherish forever. So I want to say thank you so much. And to our viewers, thank you so much. Prudent Woman will continue to grow as we continue to support this show. And to our contributors in different ways you are supporting this show, I will still say, please, let's come on board. Let's come with sponsorship and let's support this show for us to see it growing beyond 1 year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mama. You know, it's encouraging, of course, even as you say, it's not a good thing, and may a soul continue to rest in peace. But you can see that God speaks through all different things. That, you know, when you feel there is something that you must do, at the end of the day, if you do not do it, you must know that probably you have stopped someone from receiving something because you were not obedient. And thank you. That is so encouraging. I would like us to, unfortunately, part ways. We do not have enough time. But Masana Dietitians has given us a combo for NutriBoost. But you'll get that when you answer. She has a slogan that she always says. What is it that Sesmanda believes in? She normally says something. You do not for what, like, yeah. So please drop it down on the comment section. Thank you so much for celebrating this 6-month milestone with us. And thank you for your testimonies, our guests. Thank you so much for taking time to share with us. As we continue, we getting ready for the festive seasons. I would like to even promise you we are going to have a cooking show to prepare ourselves just for that special dish as you host your families for Christmas. We have Sestukupo. She has promised to take us through some nice cooking shows. We have a team, even as Pastor Jolene was talking about GBV, you know, in December, from the 1st to the 16th, as a country, we have set it aside to talk on issues of gender-based violence. And we will have professionals who have already offered their services to come and talk to us, even as we get ready for the holidays, on how to take care of our families. Because most of us, you know, sometimes we go out having prepared everything, but at the end of the day, we come back crying because something not good has happened to us. Someone grabbed our cell phones, or there were some scams. There's a lot of things that are happening, and we have professionals within that area who know about current fraud tactics that are happening, to just come and highlight to us, because the show, it's all about awareness. And then once you are aware of something, you go out and look for information. But you know, to become a prudent woman, it is our desire for us to grow together. And thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. And thank you. I see majority of you are joining us through YouTube. And we continue to say, join us, Bold Moves Radio on YouTube, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything when you subscribe, but it also helps the show and the radio to grow. Thank you very much. We shall meet you again next week, same time, 6 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Have a blessed and a fruitful week, even as we get ready to be enjoy ourselves for the festive season. Thank you.